Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I'm at my buddy Mark from Texas Chondros, and we're taking a little break from Universal Rock and Building today to look at some amazing green tree pythons. Later on, we're going over my buddy Bill's at Phoenix Reptiles that has amazing ball pythons and green tree pythons. So I need a break from building, and we're going to go ahead and just look at some amazing snakes. And I'm with Mark, of course. This is cool, dude. I like it. You guys may remember he came to visit me, wakeboard guy, cool dude for sure. Green tree pythons are your passion, though, right?
Absolutely. You know, I really only keep that one species. I have a little other things here and there, but my main focus is the green tree pythons. I love them. They're such good display animals. They are so interesting. They come in so many colors. Yeah. You can't not love a chondro.
Exactly. And I'm going to put a link in the description, Texas Chondros. Show them some love on Instagram. Some cool pictures all the time. Show me some of your stuff, dude. Just what's your pride and joy? This yellow one over here is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What is this one?
So this is Sundance. We're going to see if we can get him out without getting...
Yeah, he looks like he's
rowdy.
ready to eat.
But he is a green tree python, even though he's all yellow for the most part. Just a super unique snake. He came from two completely green parents, but has yellow in the lineage. And so it's just an amazing snake, eye candy. Like, you can't get any better than that.
And how old is it? I mean, it's not going to, you don't think it'll go through any more change?
He's a fully grown adult, probably about 8 years old, and has been bred before by his previous owner. He is completely done changing. There's nothing else that he's gonna do.
That is so cool. And that's one of the things that's so cool about green tree pythons. You can have the yellow ones. A lot of times they're like Kofiau Island, so this isn't Kofiau Island.
Correct, yeah. He's a designer animal.
Wow, that is
Parents
great.
had yellow lineage in him, and he is one of the most fantastic babies out of that clutch, and one of the best high yellow animals you'll ever see.
I bet, yeah, that is insane. But again, so many cool other green tree pythons here. I see this guy up here kind of just checking out what's going on.
Yeah, that's Bolo. He is always a favorite. Everyone loves the black outline on the dorsals there, and he is always fired up. I guarantee if you open up that cage right now,
you get lit up.
He will come after you. But he's got calico blood in him. In green tree pythons, there's a lot of emphasis on the lineage of snakes, and so kind of like in dog breeding where you have champion bloodlines of dogs, in green tree pythons you have kind of these champion bloodlines of snakes. And one of the snakes that I just think is the coolest in chondro history is this one that was named Calico Jr. And so a lot of the snakes that I have in my collection come from the Calico lineage. So it has to do with the bloodline getting passed down, and Bolo is a great example of a Calico outcross that comes from that lineage.
That is amazing. And you said this female up here is looks like she's about to ovulate.
Yeah, you can see right there on that right side, you can see how swollen she is. I would guess that she will probably ovulate sometime in the next week, 2 weeks.
Nice.
And she's been bred with that awesome calico male. That's a male from October and Womaniac, and just an absolutely epic male. Probably one of my most prized snakes that I have because of the calico bloodline that's so strong in him.
That's amazing. And you produced some clutches this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's awesome.
In 2019, we got 2 clutches here. Sold a lot from one clutch, and then the other clutch, I held almost all of them back.
Oh my gosh.
So we should definitely take a look at those.
Oh, let's do it. Let's look at some animals.
Green tree pythons go through something called an osteogenic color change, where they start out either yellow or red, and then over time they develop green as they grow. And so all these babies you can see start out yellow, and even these 3 babies, you can see that they have this red striping on their back, and they call that a blaze pattern. The yellow babies will sometimes have this red striping, and it'll typically go away. It doesn't always affect the end color that they come out in, but man, when they are young and they have that yellow with red and kind of a rust look to them, gosh, it is so cool.
They're insane. They're so beautiful. Did you get any red babies this year, or all
No,
yellows?
All yellows. So it's kind of a recessive thing where if you have 2 yellow baby parents, then they will make all yellow babies.
Okay.
And so that's what we had. We had in both of the clutches, the parents were both yellow babies when they were young, and they produce all yellow babies. So you can see that these don't have the blazing pattern.
Right.
These are just pure yellow green tree python babies.
You guys remember when I was over at Kevin's, we saw gaboon viper teeth as well as rattlesnake teeth. Well, Mark, what do you have here?
Yeah, so I have some green tree python teeth. These two big ones are from adult females. Now, obviously, they're not the size of a gaboon viper,
No.
Thank goodness. But for a python, they have some pretty big teeth.
Yeah, they're known for, like, you know, emerald tree boas, green tree pythons are known for their big teeth. It's cool to finally see some, that's for sure. And then the little ones from a little guy? Or?
Yeah, the little ones from an adult male. And so all those come from the front of the mouth. And like you mentioned on the vlog before, snakes will shed their teeth occasionally. So they'll lose their teeth, they'll come out, and occasionally you get to find some teeth in the bottom of your cage that a snake just let go of.
That's pretty awesome. So is this another one of those calico lines?
Yeah, absolutely. So this snake has both calico lineage and blue line lineage in it.
Okay, wow.
It's also got some Biak, which is the locality of the green tree pythons. And so this snake has just about everything that you could ever want in a green tree python. Some high yellow, has some Biak, has some blue line, and calico lineage.
Wow.
And it is a powerhouse.
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I love that color, it's great. Obviously you can see that color change from yellow to green as they get older, even though this one certainly has a lot of yellow still left on it. What do you think the reasoning is for them to go through that change?
I'm not a scientist, I'm not a researcher, but the kind of proposed idea is that because the babies, when they're born, they'll hang out in the flowers and kind of in the lower part of trees, and you know, where there's more shadows. So the yellow ones blend in with flowers and kind of the sunlight that's hitting the leaves, and then the red ones would blend in with more of the dead leaves and the twigs and that type of stuff that's lower in the foliage. And then as they grow up, they're moving further up into the canopy, and so they turn more and more green so they won't be seen by predators. Again, that's kind of the theory. Regardless, you can just see how beautiful these snakes are.
Super cool to see Mark's collection. I love going to visit kind of small collections, really kind of awesome animals. Really a truly passionate guy. Now we're actually off to a slightly larger collection. Bill from Phoenix Reptiles, he has some really cool stuff, and he moved into a new place, so I can't wait to see what he's got going on over there. Super excited here with my friend Bill, of course, from Phoenix Reptile. I'm going to put all the links in the description. Go show him some love. Crazy cool collections. First off, thank you for having us.
Brian, it's great to see you again. Thank you guys for coming all the way from Detroit.
I know. So we're going to jump in right off the bat and just see some amazing stuff. Probably one of the coolest snakes in the world is the Sickness.
The Sickness. This is an animal that I produced 5 years ago now. And he is just a dream come true. He came from a melanistic animal, lightly melanistic, basically bred to a pretty normal looking green female, and he popped out.
And he popped out, and he is literally ridiculous. Now, I was down here about a year ago, and the Sickness was in shed, so I didn't get a chance to see him in, oh my gosh, holy cow. That is amazing. It produced for you this year.
It did. It got 17 babies.
17?
15 were established, which was really great. They were all red Neos, and they look fantastic. They're doing great.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see those too. Oh
yeah,
my
we'll
gosh.
see some of those for sure.
Gosh, now, so this is the first time he's produced?
First time he's produced, and we can take a look at who he produced with, which makes it even more of a special combination. So the Sickness produced with this blue Cyclops locality type female.
Oh my gosh.
And so it makes the pairing very, very special.
I mean, can you imagine those two together? And they were all red babies because they're both melanistic as well as blue phase, right?
Yeah, she's a locality type, and the Cyclops Mountains have a propensity to have red babies anyway. He's a designer animal. His father was a red baby. His mother was a red baby. And so that's how a lot of the designer stuff works. You breed. You try to produce a high percentage of red babies because you're looking for that melanism or that blue.
Blue, exactly. Now, it's got to kill you to wait for that change, right? I mean, you got these beautiful red babies. You're like, what are they gonna look like? But they're pretty special, I'm sure.
It's it's a great way to. I mean, and that's one of the really cool things about green tree pythons is you get to see that ontogenic color change.
Yeah.
And that happens really anywhere from 18 months on out to 5 years.
Do you think this was like? I mean, not that I'm sure there was a lot of great stuff produced this year, but that has to be the most exciting clutch in green trees this year, you think? Or?
I think in this year, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe not in history or in the last decade, but certainly last year it was.
Yeah, last year. Wow.
And you can see he's got a terrible temperament on him.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I loved about the last time I was here is you talking about not only how these animals are sometimes portrayed as defensive or bitey. The other thing is about how hardy they are.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we touched on, and we tried to debunk some myths about keeping green trees. And like you mentioned, that they're difficult to take care of, that they're defensive, that they have high husbandry needs, and it just isn't the case. If you get the right animal, if you get a U.S. captive bred animal and you put it in the right box and the right temperatures, it's going to be as hardy and as easy to care for as a ball python.
And that's probably great news to the people watching, because everyone loves green tree pythons, but everyone's kind of afraid of them because they think, oh, they're so delicate, they're so hard. But U.S. captive born established animals is really the key.
Absolutely, and that's that can be hard because most of the animals that people come across, especially at reptile expos, are not going to be U.S. captive bred animals. They're going to be imports. Or at best farm babies that are not established well. And those animals have, rightly so, a reputation of being defensive, get sick easy, hard to take care of, and they're certainly not a first-time green tree python's keeper's goal, because they'll break your heart.
Yeah, we don't want that. And that's exactly what we don't want with people. We want people to have great experiences, so they want to keep going, not negative experiences. So, all right, what else we got? Let's do it.
Dude, look at this thing, bro.
That's it, just work it off, you got it.
Yeah. This thing's incredible.
Yeah, they're so vicious, you know?
I know,
Yeah,
I'm super tense.
so defensive.
I'm terrified.
Even at night, you know?
I know, it's crazy. I mean, I love just proving things like this, you know?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is that, I mean, it's kind of with all snakes, I think most people think that everything's super dangerous, and most of the time they're just kind of misunderstood.
Yeah, and this guy's just crawling around like nothing.
He's cruising.
These have always been kind of a dream snake of mine. I remember seeing pictures when I was younger of these guys, and oh, I'm falling down. I remember seeing pictures of these guys, and of course that's a rough scale python, which is just incredible. And for a long, long time, they thought these guys were actually extinct in the wild. They didn't think there were any left. And then Johnny Weigel from the Australian Reptile Zoo actually rediscovered them at some point and bred them. And crazy enough, Bill, now they are in Texas.
They are. Three clutches this year in Texas. I was lucky enough to have one of them.
You were one of them, so oh my gosh. So what are they like to work with? Are they more like a green tree or more like a carpet?
Genetically, they're more related to a green tree python, but husbandry-wise, I keep them more like carpet pythons.
Okay.
So they're semi-arboreal, but they much more prefer to bask than perch, like a green tree will perch. And but otherwise, you know, I keep them like a carpet python.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing crazy.
One of the largest teeth you'll ever see on a python. These guys have unbelievable teeth. Trust me, I've been bitten by them. They're not fun to get bitten by, and they get pretty sizable too. But this is a male that obviously fathered the clutch.
It is,
So
and luckily they have big teeth, but they have good temperaments.
That's awesome.
So,
oh, that's so cool.
he's a beautiful animal. They're very inquisitive. They've got great stone blue eyes.
And obviously that scalation, the rough scale is where it's like an Angolan python in a carpet python body or something like that.
Yeah, they call that keeled scaling.
Yep.
I guess rattlesnakes also have that, but it's a very unique feel to the animal's skin.
I can't come to a cool collection that also has cool ball pythons in it. They just not do some ball python stuff. This is amazing. So this is a pastel lesser spider orange dream sugar.
Correct.
All right, wow.
Little female.
And it's a female too. That's awesome. That's a really beautiful. I just love how soft they look. You know what I mean? Like that pattern just really does something. And for whatever reason, that orange dream just cleans things up like crazy. So you've been working with ball pythons for a long time. So what do the green tree python people think of your ball python addiction?
You know, I get razzed a little bit from some of them, but most of them, they think it's cool.
Well, you work with some amazing ones. There's no doubt about that. And this one is crazy. This is maybe my favorite one. to be totally honest with you. And that's just a lesser Orange Dream Sugar.
Right.
Gosh, that is so amazing. I mean, the striping on that is breathtaking. And then this one would be the same animal as that, just with pastel. Phil, thank you so much for having us out. The new place is ridiculously cool. Thank you. Again, I'm going to put links in the description if you guys ever are looking for green tree pythons, obviously ball pythons, rough scale pythons, anything. He is definitely the man, and he's always gracious to us. So thank you so much for having us
Brian,
out.
thanks so much for coming and visiting and kind of breaking in the new facility with me.
Oh my God, it's amazing. And by the way, if you guys are interested, I did a video last year with Bill. You can see some of his other stuff there. I'm going to put a link right here, a playlist right here if you don't mind. If you could subscribe over here, turn those post notifications on. Have an absolutely wonderful day and be kind to someone. I promise. I'll see you guys tomorrow.